until all the water started flowing from the dead body from different areas of the body. It was really messy and traumatizing. It was better if the body was a woman because it will just simply flow away from her private part. Then the water will now be turned into ice pack. For what use, I don't know. But random people come to collect this ice pack, most of them in flashy cars. Welcome guys to another episode. I want to share a message I received some days ago from someone on my WhatsApp. The confession goes this way. Hello guys, I just wanted to share my experience of what happened to me when I was working as a mortuary attendant. After witnessing all I saw, I decided to quit because it was horrifying and traumatic. I was getting a lot of money at that time I was working there. I was not even there up to 3 months and I made a lot of money. The guys who were there before me had landed properties and expensive cars. Sometimes I ask myself if I made the right choice by living there because I know what I would have achieved by now. I could not stomach what I was experiencing there on a daily basis. Working in a mortuary was never my dream job, but poverty was dealing with me. My wife has started cheating on me. I don't even blame my wife because she has endured a lot. Imagine sometimes she will be on her period. Due to lack of money to buy a sanitary pad, she will have to tear a piece of her cloth to use in place of the sanitary pad. So it was no shock when she left with another man. After this incident, I sold the few properties I had and moved to the city. But on the way, the bus broke down and we stayed 2 days on the road. And the bus company told us that there was no refund. Those that could afford it started joining other buses. But for me, that was my last money. And we were in the middle of nowhere. It seems the devil had other plans for my life. I was just there, no plans, no food. That was when I thought about going around to look for any kind of work to raise money. I had no luck on the first day. I slept in an uncompleted building when 2 security guards found me thinking I was a thief. I showed them my identity card. I even showed them my diploma certificate and explained to them that I was only stranded and searching for a job. They understood me and they took me to their boss. When we got there, I was met with this huge man who had a very evil aura around him. He was a man of a few words. He instructed that I should be given a shovel and a pick and showed me a place to dig. The first month I worked at his farm, I did not know he had a mortuary, but I started noticing funeral cars coming in and going out, and they normally come in the night and we leave early in the morning. The supervisor came one day and told me that I have to keep a certain deep fridge located just outside my boss' house, always loaded with ice bags. This deep fridge was in a room called the mud room. I have always questioned myself initially when I started working at the farm why this room had a funny smell coming from it. It was later I realized what was happening. When some people died in the hospital, if the relatives are going to use our funeral services, what we do is that we will go to the hospital and collect the body from the hospital. Instead of the body being taken to the mortuary, it was first brought to our farm. Then what we do is that we will take a hose pipe. If it was a woman, we will push that hose pipe into her genitals with a bucket underneath so that all the water can pour back into that bucket. If it was a man, we will put that pipe in his mouth until the stomach will be half filled with water. Then there was this certain tool we will use to press the stomach until all the water start flowing from the dead body from different areas of the body. It was really messy and traumatizing. It was better if the body was a woman because it will just simply flow away from her private part. Then the water will now be turned into ice pack. For what use, I don't know. But random people come to collect this ice pack, most of them in flashy cars. The collectors look very wealthy. Sometimes our official driver comes and offload this ice pack in a van and take them out in the middle of the night to an unknown destination. I decided to quit this job was one day when I was taken from the farm to go and work at the mortuary. It was in the middle of the night. A body which has been taken from the hospital had to be quickly returned back. All these activities was made possible because of bribe, so documentation was never properly checked. What happens that my co-workers had picked up a wrong body from the mortuary. As I was putting the body in a refrigerator, waiting for the hospital people to come and pick up the body that was mistakenly collected, the woman opened her eyes. At first, I paid no attention to her because it was a normal occurrence for dead bodies to move a little or even open their eyes, even when dead. Ask anyone who has worked with dead bodies, it is a natural occurrence. But then she whispered to me and said, "What have I done to you? Why are you making my body suffer like this?" This was no hallucination. I had it very clear. I just closed the drawer. She was still whispering. I did not want to hear what she was saying next because I have had enough. I just rushed and called my boss. He came back with me. I showed him the drawer and he began to chant and pray in some language I did not understand, and everything went quiet. When I got my salary, I decided to run away, but I still see some visions. They don't come every time, but once in a while. This woman will be walking in front of me and she will turn around suddenly and look at me and suddenly disappear. This thing is really killing me inside. It has taken away my peace, but sometimes I still miss the job because of the cash that was coming in. I'm so conflicted inside, seeing visions of this woman that made me quit the job, yet also missing the cash that was coming in because I'm so conflicted inside, seeing vision of this woman that made me quit the job, yet also missing the cash that was coming in because as I'm speaking right now, I am back to poverty.